Welcome to East by West Farms. Here we grow what we eat and eat what we grow. Today I'm going to build the roof truss for the chicken coop.
In the previous video, we put in the corner posts. Those are just 2x4s that we treated with tung oil to make them weather resistant. We put in the platform. Now it's time to actually start with the roof construction. To support the roof, we use double headers. Those are simply 2x4s that we screw together. We really don't have any snow load in Texas to speak about. So the load of the roof is really just the weight of the roof itself. It also is a small structure. It's 8 foot by 6 foot. So really not an awful lot of load to support. So double headers should be just fine.
So the first thing is put the crossbar for the runner for the double runner.
You see that we didn't frame out the walls completely. That makes it easy to assemble. We'll fill in the structure later on with 2x4s. We're using standard 2x4s that we screwed together with standard outdoor deck screws. We could use nails. We don't have a pneumatic nail gun. Don't really want to invest in a compressor and a pneumatic system. Screws are a little bit more expensive than nails, but they hold better and they last longer. We could take the chicken coop apart if we really have to. So there's a lot of reason to put up a little bit of extra money to get screws and not nails. Now we do the double header for the sides, for the gable sides. We decided to attach the gable strut to the header, which makes the assembly a lot easier. The length of the strut is crucial, otherwise the roof is not going to get together very well. And you really don't want to climb up on the structure and cut the gable strut to length. We have a video that we just released a few days ago on how to calculate the trusses and also the gable strut. To drill the holes, we use a pocket hole bit. The pocket hole bit is a tapered bit that has a chamfered piece on top. The chamfered part makes it easy to set the head of the screw below the surface of the wood. We've got some smooth surface, don't need to worry about screw heads sticking out. With the two gable struts in place and secured, the next step now is to install the ridge beam. Now the ridge beam is really important for the roof because it takes a lot of the weight off the roof and distributes it to the structure below through the gable strut. So it's really important that this is solid and tight and well put together. We're using a simple 2x4 for our ridge beam. And again, it's a small roof. We don't have any snow load to speak of in Texas. In many places, you need a 2x6 or 2x8 or 2x12 for the ridge beam. Now, we're building a chicken coop that's a non-inhabited space. It's a 6x10 structure. Things are relatively easy. The next thing is to fix the rafters to the roof. So we do have the double headers, we have the ridge beam, and we have the rafters pre-cut. We calculated the rafters, and we've got a video on that gives all the math on how to cut the rafters correctly. We've got the right angle, we have a bird's mouth. The bird's mouth is a very important joint because that's where the load gets distributed on the double header. You really don't want to have the load sitting just on screws. Good joinery distributes the load from wood to wood without the need for any pins or screws. Wood can take a lot of load and distribute it to the structure. The installation of these angled rafters can be a little bit tricky. What Haiying is doing is she first uses C-clamps and clamps the rafters to the ridge beam and to the double headers. And after they're in place, she pre-drills holes and then uses the decking screws to fix the rafters to the structure. You don't want to have things moving while you're screwing it on. It takes a little bit more time, but it's very well worth the effort.
So this morning I'm coming back to finish the roof truss. The remaining work is just to put the rafter on, and then I will tarp it, and so at least it will protect the structure from the rain, and come back later to do the remaining part of the chicken coop. Okay, so I have the last one, and it's almost look like we're going to get a storm soon. So that's perfect timing. So what I'm doing here is just set up a clamp so that the end can rest on until I set it up properly. Okay. Another clamp to set this end. That's almost perfect. And then go over here. That's all set up. And now I'm ready to put a few screws on it. And then I'm all done. Last screw, of course, I will come back and reinforce with more screws, but for now it will hold. All right. So I finished putting the roof truss on the chicken coop. The chicken coop is still a little bit shaky because I don't have all the stud and also the siding. And so once I put in those things, it will be rock solid. So for today, look like we're going to might have a storm. The forecast says tomorrow we have a thunderstorm. So I'm going to brace it. Just use a bunch of 2x4s and put some cross bar to increase the shear strength of the structure, and then put the top on. So that way it will stand, and hopefully we don't get a very bad storm here. And so then I can come back and finish it up. It's going to take a while, but at least the roof is on, look like, or at least the roof truss is on. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the thumb up button. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it down below. If you have not done so, please hit the subscribe button to follow our journey with the East by West Farms.